Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing my April favorites and I have some really good stuff to show you this month. Some things I've already talked about, some things I have not shown you before, but they're things that I've been loving, so let's get started. Alright, let's begin with this. I finished my Fenty Beauty foundation this past month, and so instead of going out and buying something, I just reached for something I already had. And I have really been enjoying the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer and Foundation. I'm the shade number 20 Fresh Nude in the foundation. I had bought two different shades initially because I just wasn't really sure, and this ended up being the one that worked out best for me. And yeah, I've really been loving this. I have dry skin, and so sometimes foundations can make my skin a little dry. This is the opposite. This is very moisturizing. It makes your skin glow. I absolutely love it. But the best thing about it is that I can now set my face with powder, because if you don't set your face with powder and you use this, it won't set. And I love using powder on my face, but I never could before, because when I was using the Fenty Beauty foundation, I wasn't using a powder, but I would get little areas where my skin would get so dry that it almost would peel. So I probably won't be repurchasing that foundation because of that. My skin is just too dry for that foundation. And so I've really been loving using a powder, because to me, if you don't set your foundation with powder, it can look good, but it looks closer to perfect if you are able to use a powder. So I'm thrilled that I'm able to do that. So I've been playing around with all the powders that I had in my collection that I hadn't been using in quite a while. And I went back to using this. This is the Wet n Wild Take on the Day Mattifying Powder. Now, for a while there, I thought this was going to be discontinued, but it wasn't. All they did was they repackaged it and they took the word Fergie out, because she's no longer associated with Wet n Wild. They don't have any kind of a collab thing going with her anymore. So they do still sell this powder, but her name just isn't on it anymore. Now, I have another one that is brand new, never opened, never touched, that also says Fergie on it, because I loved this powder so much when I bought it that I was afraid that, you know how things come and go, so I was afraid that it might get discontinued. So I actually have another one that's not even open. But you see how much I've used of this? This is very rare for me to have used this much of something or to finish something. Very, very rare. So I probably will finish this up and go into the other one, because I love this powder. This powder, I feel like works good for somebody like me who has dry skin, because it doesn't do anything to aggravate that. Or it's a mattifying powder, but I don't really feel as if it's sucking the life out of my face. I really love it. And then the other day, I found these at Walmart. These are Equate, which is Walmart's brand, Equate Beauty Deluxe Puffs. And they are puffs, but they're thicker and fluffier and more cushiony, and they've got the strap on the back so you can stick your fingers through there to get a better hold of it. That's how I apply the powder. I just, dab it on with this and press it into my skin, and that works really great. I had been using sponges, but I don't know, I feel like between a brush, a sponge, and a puff works the best. But the only reason why I wasn't using a puff before is because I had not discovered these. These are so much better than a normal puff. A normal puff, it just doesn't have enough thickness on it to do a good pressing. So I had been using a sponge, but these are terrific, not expensive. You can find them at Walmart, like I said. And it even says on the back that you can wash these. What I used to do with puffs is use them a few times and then toss them. But it says they can be washed. It says wash with water and mild soap, then let air dry. But then it does say replace every 1 to 3 months. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try that. But I really have been enjoying these. And these are in the section where the false nails and the false lashes are. They're over. If you go to the area where the false eyelashes are, they were, I think, just to the left and down towards the bottom, assuming that Walmart stocks their shelves the same way in every store. But yeah, I love these. And I've really been loving the Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighters. I did a whole video about them because I have them in every shade that is in the permanent line now. I have a lot of the limited edition ones too, but the ones in the permanent line, there is definitely something for everybody. Today, I don't know if you can see that right there. I have on Diamond Lily today, and this is the one that's like a silver color. And it's just beautiful. And yeah, they definitely have something for everyone. I have all of them because I like to do a lot of different kinds of looks. I don't necessarily stick to any particular color or tone or even depth of color, so I have all of them. The only one that is a little too dark for me is Crown of My Canopy, so I use it as an eyeshadow because these, even though they're highlighters, they make really nice eyeshadows as well. So, love that, and all the ones in that line. And then you know that I've been loving the new Maybelline Lip Studio Python Metallic Lip Kits because how many videos did I do about those? I was going to do one on every single kit, but after I had gone through more than half the line, I said to myself, I think I better stop because there might not be as much interest in this as I have for them, but I've been having so much fun with these. Today I have on the one called Valiant, and this is the purple one. So I have the purple lipstick on my lips, and then the powder that is supposed to go over the lipstick I have on as an eyeshadow. And what I did was I just pulled in another eyeshadow from a different palette to use in the crease, and then I just patted this glittery shade over my eyeshadow primer. So I don't even have a base under it, but it's the most unusual color. It's like a green and blue and brown. It flashes all different shades depending on how the light hits it. It's really unique, and this goes beyond duochrome because I can see like 3 or 4 shades in this. So it's a quadrochrome. Quadrochrome. No, there is no such thing. I just made that word up, obviously. But yeah, that's what I have on my eyes. And like I just took a brown shadow from another palette to run through the crease, but I really like these. And you're not really supposed to be using this as an eyeshadow, but I do that all the time. I multi-purpose my products, but from a safety standpoint, it's probably not the smartest thing to do because the glitter definitely can fall into your eyes and possibly do some damage. I don't know, but I chance it and I do it anyway. But I like the lipsticks just on their own. I don't necessarily like to put the powder over them. I did that in all the videos just so that you could see what it looked like. But I have definitely been having a blast with these Maybelline Python kits because they're just fun. It's something out of the ordinary, over the top, the opposite of a neutral wearable look. I like to do things that are a little more outside the box when it comes to my makeup because I like to have fun with it. So I've been having a blast with those. And makeup remover towelettes. I don't use those to remove my makeup. I use them when I do videos and I'm showing you swatches. I use them to wipe the swatches off. I also use them, oh, like today I patted that glitter onto my eyelids, and then I use them to clean up my hands afterwards. If I make a mistake, I can take one of these towelettes and then just kind of dab away a mistake of some kind, anything, you know, you can just use it to clean up the edges if you go too far with your lipstick, if you didn't use a liner. Like I didn't use a liner today, but I used a lip brush, so that works almost as well as a liner. But these can really come in handy, and the ones that I've been using are these. They're from Dollar Tree. So you get a package of 25 towelettes for $1. And it says dissolves all types of makeup, even waterproof mascara. Like I said, I don't use them to clean my face. I just use them to clean my hands and to dab away makeup mistakes. But they are supposed to be a dupe for the Neutrogena ones. So they're very good. They're only $1. I go to Dollar Tree quite often anyway because there are certain things that I buy there. Like I buy the big containers of dishwashing liquid, and there's just so many great deals there. And I saw these one day and I thought, you know, why should I buy those boxes of wipes at Walmart when I can get this for $1, you know? So I've been loving that. And then I finished my Trader Joe body butter and needed to get something else. And I don't live near a Trader Joe's. The closest one to me is probably like a 20-25 minute drive. So I'm not always up that way. So I needed to get something right away because I finished the Trader Joe's one. And I put body butter all over every day when I get out of the shower. So I wanted to try this. This is the Tree Hut 24-hour intense hydrating shea body butter in coconut lime. Now, once we start getting into the warm weather, which tomorrow, believe it or not, is going to be in the 80s where I live, which is crazy for May. Today's May 1st when I'm filming this. So yeah, the first week of May, it's going to be in the 80s. Wow. I don't think it will last, but once the weather starts to get warm, I like to go into these tropical and or beachy scents. The fragrance that I wear in the warm weather is the Bath & Body Works. It's on the beach or at the beach or something like that. I hope they're going to have that this year because I really love wearing that in the warm weather. But this is very, very heavily fragranced. I mean, if you buy body butters because you enjoy the scent that goes along with the hydration and you just wanted to use this as a fragrance without using any kind of cologne type fragrance or perfume, you easily could do that because this is very powerfully scented. And it does smell like coconut and lime. The formula melts into your skin. It isn't a really thick cream. As soon as it touches your skin, it's going to melt. So you don't have to work at it. That was the one thing about the Trader Joe's body butter that I wasn't really that crazy about. It was very thick and you really had to work it into the skin. And this is the type of thing that will just melt instantly. You won't have to work at all. So really have been enjoying this. I bought this about a week ago and have used it every day since. And you can find this at any kind of a drugstore or discount store. So Walmart's and Target's or, you know, CVS, Walgreens, Rite Aid, whatever. You should be able to find that pretty much everywhere. And I have a couple of non-makeup favorites that I want to show you. You may have noticed my necklace. And if you read the description box, I always write like whatever I'm wearing for a top or jewelry or whatever, and makeup. I always write it in the description box. So you probably saw that I wrote that I got this at Kohls, but you may have wondered what it is. Well, do you remember the video I did about what I've been reading and watching? And I mostly talked about how I had reread all the Harry Potter books and watched all the movies. This is a Harry Potter necklace. And this is the box that it came in. It's silver plated brass, and the retail price on it was originally $40, but you never pay full price for anything at Kohls. They always put the original price on the package, but then there's always a sign with a display thing that will say, you know, regularly $40 now, and then it'll have like a discounted price. Well, I had a coupon for my anniversary. Every year on your, if you have a Kohls credit card, every year on the anniversary of you receiving your card, you get a coupon. And this was my 15th anniversary of having a Kohls charge card. So I got the discounted price minus the $15 for my coupon. So I only had to pay $5 for this necklace. And what it is it's a symbol that's very important in the Harry Potter movies. It's called the Deathly Hallows, and it's 3 symbols in one. And if you're a Harry Potter fan, then you already know what it is. If you're having a hard time seeing this, I'm going to insert a picture now to give you a better view of the necklace. So that's the Harry Potter necklace. Now they have other necklaces there too that have Harry Potter themes to them. Everything from a pair of his glasses on a pendant to a lightning bolt to symbolize the lightning bolt where he gets struck as a baby. They have all kinds of stuff. And I guess they've been out for a while, but I didn't know about it. And they're not in the jewelry section themselves. They're just outside the jewelry section, right in the aisle. And they have these little boxes on a table. But they've got all different kinds of things. And there were some other ones that I really like too. They have ones for the crest for the different houses. And just in case any of you are wondering, for you Harry Potter fans out there, I took a quiz one time to see what house I would have been sorted into, and I would have been a Ravenclaw, which kind of makes sense since I'm somebody that likes to read books. So I think if Hermione had not been put in Gryffindor, she definitely would have been a Ravenclaw, because I'm kind of like Hermione in some ways. But anyways, let's see, what else? Speaking of books, I've already started another book, and this is called It Starts With Food. And this is written by the same authors that wrote the Whole30 diet book. And what this is the science behind the diet. This is a fascinating read for anyone who has ever been interested in nutrition and how it works. This explains how certain substances affect your body, like how your body processes food, things that you need for your body that make you healthy, and then things that are in some foods that are bad for your health and why. It explains it all. And it is a fascinating read, at least to me. I have read so many nutrition books in my life. I think if I had been able to go to college when I was young, that's one of the things that I would have been tempted to go into, would have been to be a dietitian or a nutritionist of some type. I have always found that a fascinating subject, so I am really enjoying this. So It Starts With Food by Dallas and Melissa Hartwig. So I'm enjoying that. And then for Netflix, I've been watching DC Legends of Tomorrow Season 2. That's what I've been watching for the last few weeks, along with some movies. So that is it for today, you guys. Those are my April favorites. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Thanks so much for watching.